About this one, right? And the sergeant told me that our family was his fucking enemy. How about that? That's who you're protecting here. That's who you're working for. That's who you answer to. People like that.
Do you have?
I thought you were better than that.
What do you want to say? Like, I want to know exactly what you want to accomplish today. Just look at your police department. You don't know where
We want accountability.
Accountability.
Accountability?
Body cam.
Okay. Okay. You probably do like that. So I saw your post that you put up about today. I appreciate that. I saw your two things here. One by one. Number one, the body cam. We are working with the body cams already. That is something we're in total agreement with.
And I wanted to say right there for your body cams, that doesn't mean nothing. That doesn't mean nothing because you'll turn them off. That's what you guys did to us. You turned off your body cameras.
You, sir?
You turned off your body cameras. So you're saying you're bringing body cameras. That doesn't mean nothing if there's not punishment in place for those officers that turn them off. Because that's all they're going to do is once they come in, they're going to turn them off. They're going to assault people like they did to us, and then they're going to turn them back on afterwards, just like what you guys did.
Your fellow people investigate yourselves all the time, and you let them off every time. I understand that. I'm right there, Colonel Cloud. I know who I am. Not with that badge on.
And all it comes down to is respect for each other. We're here too.
You don't agree with shit. You're just scared right now.
All matters. We matter. Everyone matters. Lives all matter.
That's why I do it, though.
We need respect. Yeah. We need respect.
You're not respecting our
Police keepers.
You are not respecting
to you.
it at all.
Let me go to your taxi.
Okay. Number two, drug test. All our officers have no problem with the drug test if they're ordered by somebody with authority.
Ordered by somebody with authority, right?
Your community's demanding it.
I've been there 30 years ago.
Your community demands it. That's our authority. You work for us.
Mandatory.
Oh, we know this guy's not a drug addict over here.
Steroids the fucking drugs.
You're supposed to be more full of shit.
We want a hair test too to see what kind of drugs this guy's on.
You know who the fuck I am and what family I can fuck it. I'm sick of your shit.
You guys just let it slide.
This is nothing new. We've been going through this for years. For innocent families. Innocent families with children.
Yep.
14-year-old girls up with a gun to their face for no reason.
Disabled youth assaulted.
A separate land. Like lit properties.
Exactly.
And how are we going to teach our kids and grandkids to respect?
I agree with that. I do agree
30 years ago.
You should know where you're going in and what you're doing. And keeping eyes on that. Did you know that there was innocent children here with no drugs, no paraphernalia, no nothing to do with anything? Did you guys know that? Then you should know.
But you didn't have the right to enter the wrong house, so it doesn't matter anyway.
You guys don't give a
Didn't matter if you knew what was in there or not.
kids.
You can't enter a house with no warrant.
Would you like that if somebody ran into your house with a fucking...
For the wrong house!
For the one house.
For the wrong house!
There was a split property, and even so, you should have known that. That's your job. Figure out all the
Fucking detectives can't detect shit.
And those cops that went in there knew who lived in that house and knew damn well she had nothing to do with any kind of drugs or any illegal activity. I want you to take out your pen because I want you to know there's a whole Minnesota woman. I do not feel safe in this community, and I don't feel safe calling you guys, and that does not be that safe. Okay? So make sure you get that in there, broken, and that's that. As a woman, I don't want to be calling you guys for anything. I'd rather take care of my own affairs because I don't feel safe with you guys.
Because you guys lie. This guy lies right over here. He's lying in his police reports.
Yeah.
This guy right here, blame now.
I go to the house that went into the Brantford courthouse. I've sat there and I've looked through them. And they're the stupidest shit that is written down on paper. And it makes our police force look like a bunch of morons. And
Well, they do that good enough
all these
themselves.
Charges against everybody over stupid shit. Up in Brantford, they're laughing at this police force down here. And that's embarrassing going up there. And I'm trying to teach kids, grandkids to respect the police force. Well, I need the police
That's
force
great.
to
Brantford's
start
doing great.
showing
They got
that
lots of
they-
dispensaries.
they-
They're doing great. Good for them, right?
You gotta earn the respect. And I think maybe you should be the one to start with starting to earn community respect.
We're taking fucking money from the rich people. Fucking look after your whole community.
There you go. I'm listening to all of your comments. I appreciate it.
Yes, police forces underneath Kenny Hill's payroll! Payroll! Yes, they are! Yes, they are! You prove us wrong! You guys prove us wrong! We've seen you guys at
I work with the
the
Cleveland Police. That's what
We've
I'm
seen
saying.
it all!
I don't work for anybody else.
No, but are you responsible for your police force, right? I understand that you just got started, right?
But as I wanted to mention to you is within the last month, there's been transition from the old chief of police to the police to currently the new chief of police.
Wasn't it within the last month those kids had guns to their face?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Things like that happen. I agree.
So when
I've been
we-
here all my life. I grew up here. I wanted to come up with
Why are you doing this for your community then?
what's happening.
When we put
Get
out-
rid of the drug
when we put
houses.
out a notice that we want to meet with the police force and discuss issues, we should be getting a response, right? But
You guys never respond to it.
that is our first step to trying to, work together collectively. So when we want a meeting to discuss issues, it should be dealt with seriously and not ignored like it has to be. No.
Because you guys keep brushing it under the rug.
Considering your
Brushing it under the rug.
actions, that's the
Well, let's work together and try and change this. Okay.
no community members, we're community members. We're in this community together.
Well, it's trying to suspend those officers that had the guns to those kids' face.
Community safe?
Why are gangs allowed to ride around wearing the colors? Why are gangs allowed to ride around wearing their colors?
Hey, fucking fire them. Hold them accountable. Let's see it.
There's no accountability here.
Just letting them slide. There's got to be consequences, and we got to know what the consequences are.
The community will
That they're
decide
gonna
who
get.
polices our
There's
community. The
gotta be
people
consequences.
decide these things, not
Because
cops.
you got Tim going around threatening young youth. Oh,
How so? You skipped right over it, and when you look at our
yeah.
stuff,
He's going
skip
around.
right over it.
Oh, wait, go to the shop selling legal products.
No, when he called, no, see, look at how rude you are.
Oh, you know cannabis isn't illegal in this province or this country anymore, you right? You know, right?
That's what Tim Bomberry said to my little brother. Like, he just made a fucking enemy.
I'm not kidding about that, but
Look in his report.
You know cannabis hasn't been illegal for 2 years,
You're
right?
gonna hold him accountable. You're too scared of him.
You already dismissed it.
Well, fucking defend somebody. Do something. You want to be the new guy? Do it. Show who you are.
It's to prove to the community that you are working with the community. And you
Right
are
now,
not
you ain't
working
doing
for
shit.
County Hill or scared of County Hill or whatever. I don't know where the hell Steve is, and I haven't talked to him for a while. I'd like to see what the hell's going on.
Probably high somewhere.
that's my other.
Or drunk.
You can also send a claim too.
This is going nowhere. We already tried that. We already tried that.
I've been trying to get a meeting with your office for the last year and a half.
The whole process.
I've sent you letters. We've called you.
We tried that, man. We tried it and tried it.
Maybe now, if we resend information, we can get this stuff dealt with rightly instead of being ignored for over a year to have communications with the police. We are trying to work and get this community in order. We hope that you guys will work with us.
Not against us. You know, you're working against us.
I just want to see what your answer is to financial concerns saying that the Six Nations police are in the pocket of
We do security for GRE from their
Security? I thought you guys.
So you guys do private security? I thought you were a police force.
We also do security for the fall fair at concerts. We do security at Bread and Cheese. We do security at
Bread and Cheese is an event, not a rich guy.
It's not a rich guy's company. There's a difference between doing private security for someone's company and doing police security detail at a public event. Those are two entirely different things.
Incompetent, doesn't know anything.
How much do you guys get paid to do security at Kenny Hill's GRE building? How much money is made from you doing security detail at Kenny Hill's GRE building?
If we have enough money, we can hire.
How much is the contract for?
So what's that?
How much is the contract for? How much is the contract for with GRE?
So under the Six Nations name, they're doing it in their own personal time?
They're getting paid by us.
How much does GRE pay Six Nations Police in the contract for security?
I'm gonna look down here.
Yeah, no, I don't want to talk about it either. Because it's a lot, it's a fucking boatload of money, isn't it? It's a fucking boatload of money, isn't it? For the security detail that you do for GRE, I just asked you, how much is the contract worth?
It's a paid duty rate that the officers get.
A paid duty rate, how much?
I'm not sure what is it, Terry, you know? Yeah, we'd have to look on our website.
Okay, we'll look for that on your website. We'll look for that on your
I
website.
know we're looking at book. You know what the fuck we get paid?
What is the annual budget for the Six Nations Police Department?
I can't answer that.
You want to give this to my buddy Dell?
Look at him for you back
You
there.
the one that smashed
You
that
don't want to
base
answer a little fucking puppet thing.
and then smashed him into the wall?
Police chief is not in today, unfortunately. He's off today, so I'm the representative here of the police department. Thank you for your time. Again, be safe.
Who is the police chief?
Police chief is Darren Montour.
Nothing down here.
Who's that?
Darren Montour is the current police chief. Okay?
Little bitch, you
Again,
Question. My daughter is the
Same with this
14-year-old
guy
that
right here.
had a gun held over her head. What do you guys plan on doing to apologize to these kids that you guys have traumatized?
hold them accountable.
They're little kids, and my daughter has epilepsy. She didn't know what the hell was going on. Your officers were told she had epilepsy, and they still stood over top of her with a gun over top of her head. Wouldn't even let her comfort the little kids.
I'll apologize to you right now for that. That shouldn't happen.
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
How are you going to hold your cop accountable?
Even not even knowing exactly what happened there, I will apologize for that.
How are you going to hold them accountable?
I'm pissed. I'm not
I can't hear you because
traumatized.
other people are holding behind you. So.
It's the kids that were in the home that are traumatized. I'm just pissed about it.
Yeah, I understand. I totally appreciate that.
Like, this isn't the first time it's happened on the reserve. How many other homes have been raided? Whether or not they're doing illegal shit or not, there's children in the home.
Right.
You guys should know this stuff before you're going into the homes and traumatizing children. Everybody should be well aware who and what ages are in that home.
And we do tend to make sure we have the best plan we have for that entry. If there's children involved, we have contingency plans for that. If we know they're there. If we don't know they're there,
You're gonna hold fucking guns to their faces?
Okay, we're gonna send him a letter and we're gonna request a meeting with the police force, and we expect a response, not within the year.
A quick response.
Quick response.
Yep.
To acknowledge the agreements that we verbally agreed on today, we want you to be acknowledging them either in paper or some format so that we know that what we talked about today, you're going to take seriously. So whatever you got in your notes, we want to see some notes.
It's been like how many years? Nothing's been taken seriously by the fucking police.
Because if not, then you're not being
Really happy about it too.
What are you waiting for that? Either in paper or sent to the community somehow. Everything we discussed is
Tear me
agreed
down.
on
Look, have
today.
a look at his face. What he did to it.
Great. Oh my God.
Check it out.
Yeah, he fractured his
You two and your friends do it.
Your name? Sorry, man?
It's fucking monsters.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm now.
Now.
Disabled youth
Okay.
and a trach tube in his throat.
And
He
They
smashed
don't
it.
know that you can't move that sucker?
Ask him.
well, we're not.
Fucking stupid. They just play stupid all the time.
Hey, please.
Ne ne wa ne benisher de eat type
And
like
make
go
it
rado.
personal against the law.
Jo haisa ne gaso. Ne kaya de ne ni wagi shout de. Ne kaya kono ne
Make
ni
it
wagi
against the
de.
police station and him personally.
Tego. Hello. My name is Colin Martin. I am a member of the Mohawk Nation Turtle Clan. I am one of the current police liaisons for the Haudenosaunee Confederacy Chiefs Council. I felt it was important to attend today's peaceful demonstration to address some key issues our community is currently facing and to offer some ideas on how to increase the safety and security for our people across our territory. Enforcement that is mandated and funded by the federal government will always be an issue until this responsibility is rightfully returned to the Haudenosaunee Confederacy Chiefs Council. We can start this process by the formal acknowledgement from the Six Nations Police, the Six Nations Elected Council, the OPP, that the Haudenosaunee Confederacy Chiefs Council is the true governance of the Six Nations territory. A more traditional approach to enforcement is needed that reflects our core Haudenosaunee morals and ethics, as stated in the Gaigagoa in terms of peace, strength, and good-mindedness. In the past, we had the Indian police, which consisted of 70 men and 30 women, and that was our traditional enforcement mechanism that provided safety and additional security to our community members. The current mandate of the Six Nations Police needs to be infused with our traditional teachings of the past to create a powerful, innovative, and unique approach to enforcement across our Haudenosaunee territories. We invite the Six Nations Police to sit down to further discussions on what this would look like and how we can achieve this in our communities. Reviving our individual connections to our Haudenosaunee core values and traditions can be achieved through the cultural training program that has already been offered to the Six Nations Police Service. It is suggested that this training be scheduled as soon as possible. In summary, the requests made today are as follows. 1. The written acknowledgement of the HCCC as the true governance of the Six Nations territory. 2. Sitting down to discuss a more traditional approach to enforcement. And 3. The scheduling of our Haudenosaunee Way of Life cultural training program for all members of the Six Nations Police Service. Nyawa for hearing my words today. I hope that through these suggestions we can become further united as a community to offer increased safety and security for the members of the Six Nations territory and our next seven generations to come. Donnie.
I agree with all those words, Colin. Thank you very much for that. The cultural training had begun prior to COVID. COVID messed it up. I was in talks with both Doc and Amber about that. That is something that we desperately need here for our officers, and we are going to be following up with that. And vote for word as soon as possible. So we will be taking that very seriously. I thank you for those words. And I agree with, I follow the Confederacy. When the Confederacy says this is my secret meeting, I agree with that myself. I grew up here. I may not be the most traditional person in the world. I don't think many people in this day and age are. Some are. Some...
Don't make judgments.
Okay, no, and I wish I was. What I'm trying to say is I wish I was more traditional.
You could be if you would.
I would,
It's your choice you made.
I respect this, and I agree with these words, and we'll do what we can to make it happen.
Recently in the throne speech, it was said that they're going to make First Nations police services to be deemed an essential service on reserves, and apparently that's supposed to help increased funding? Do you think increased funding will help the police service function more effectively?
Increased funding is one way to help get what we may need to police the territory. But I think we can start this way at the top here, making our own officers accountable for whatever they do or don't do. That's where it begins. And the last month, we've had some new leadership here, myself and Darren, and our job is to make sure that everybody, including ourselves, are accountable for our police service.
Okay, and us as media, we just want to know, and also for the whole community, will you be increasing communication to the community on all issues that the Six Nations police are dealing with? The crimes, crime reports, those have been kind of lax in the last couple of years.
I can talk to certain media outlets if they want to speak more about that. That's not a problem. I have no issue with that either. We'd like the community to be as informed as we possibly can. Sometimes we can't give you the information due to ongoing things, but if we can give it to you, by all means, the community should know. I agree.
How are you going to do that?
Through media reports, meetings, we meet with Turtle Island News, we meet with New Time, current local outlets. We've met with others. I've done media releases here for other news agencies as well.
So you're going to have weekly meetings with us now, Smokey?
Pardon?
You're going to have weekly meetings with us now?
I can if you like.
That'd
I
be
just talked to him this morning. I talked to him this morning.
Start that way. Then we can continue.
All right. Again, be safe. Please don't impede traffic. Don't let our officers be blocks coming in and out. President Howard, anything else you can think of? I'm not sure we were giving away for food and water, but enjoy. Other than that, okay.
I kept hearing you say, I apologize for that. I apologize for that. I apologize for that. I don't care who you were talking to. That's just what you kept saying over and over to community members.
Okay.
We hear that shit enough from the colonial government that calls itself Canada. You are here in support of our community.
Yep. I'm part of this community, yeah.
Yeah. So why the fuck are you putting us in such danger that you have to say I'm sorry and doing fuck all to change
Why
it?
are people selling drugs? Why are people stealing cars? Why are people having people?
Why are you in a
Why are you answering a question with a question? Why don't you give us an answer instead of answering with another
Any answer I
question?
give, you won't like anyway. So.
Why don't you have accountability?
I will be accountable for my officers. Is my answer. I will be accountable for my officers.
Well, that's on a lot of people's cameras, so we're going to hold you to it as a community. And we'll be back if something else happens. It never should have got to the point where you had to apologize for going into an innocent family's house and assaulting and traumatizing their children. It never should have got to that point. So this is already... Stop, I'm talking. This is already This is already too far. You've already gone too far if you have to apologize for something as traumatizing as wrongfully entering someone else's home where they live, where they were sleeping. You hear that? He's not apologizing for that. It wasn't wrong. Those are the words that just came out of his mouth. That's what the words that just came out of his mouth. That's the accountability that you just fucking promised us, huh? That's the accountability you're gonna have? You're gonna say that wasn't wrong and I don't fucking apologize for those little kids that you pointed fucking guns at?
Fuck you guys are pieces of shit.
Fuck, you talk a big fucking game, buddy. Fucking piece of shit. Says sorry 30 fucking times, and then when I really want a fucking true sorry from him, he says that wasn't even fucking wrong. Fuck your scum. Jesus Christ.
30 years of scum, bro.
An apology without change is fucking bullshit!
There you go.